Hello everyone and welcome back. I have something which I think is pretty cool in front of me here. I got this pretty recently. It wasn't something that I was intending to buy or get. It was just something that I happened to stumble across, and when I saw it, I thought, oh man, what the heck. And full disclosure, this is the first Power Rangers purchase, I guess if you will, since the passing of our fan favorite and our beloved Jason David Frank. And I guess that was kind of weighing on my mind as I picked this up and looked at it in my hand, and contributed to one of the reasons why I got it, as I'm sure a lot of other Power Rangers fans, at least those of us who grew up as you know, kids from the 80s and 90s, remember. So yeah, that kind of influenced me getting this, and it looked too cool to simply pass up. And I thought I would share that with you now and just kind of briefly take a look at it. And as you can see, it comes in some retro looking packaging, which I know RetroAction has been busy these days creating all kinds of things. And one of the ones I'm looking forward to is a couple of figures from their upcoming Black Hole line, which will be awesome. But yeah, this is the Tigerzord seen in the second and I think third seasons of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, before the Zords were destroyed or the Thunderzords were destroyed, which ultimately led to them getting the Ninja Power Coins, which also happened to coincide around the time of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, or a short time after that, because they wanted the two to kind of be in sync somewhat, even though the movie is not really canon to the show. And yeah, so this is the White Tigerzord. And actually, what's really cool about this, its size, number one, is that this is a nice alternative to buying or hunting down those expensive Zords from back in the day, or even the legacy ones that Toys R Us put out a while ago. This is much better, I think, more economical, and you kind of get your bang for your buck. So let me stop rambling on here and open this thing up and share with you. But before I do that, let's take a look at the back and see some of the other things they've got. So apparently there were several waves with the original Megazord and several Rangers and Rita, a Putty, and the Puggy Pig there. And then you have the Dragon Zord, more Rangers, Scorpina, Goldar, and Lord Zed. And wave 3, you have the Battle Dragon Zord, more Rangers, and more Rita's henchmen, including Rito Revolto, her brother. And in this particular wave, Tigerzord in Warrior Mode, Alpha 5, the White Ranger, and others. So yeah, pretty cool. Hasbro's been doing very well with these Power Ranger figures lately. So yeah, let's dive right in. All right, folks, and there we have it. Look at this. Looks pretty cool, actually, and for what it is, the detail is pretty nice. The arms and the legs move as well. Well, the head does not, so if you're looking for that, you'll be disappointed. You got the Tigerzord power coin or the symbol there, which is nice. The back, a little bit plain, but that's just how it was on the show, I think. And you have to remember, these were guys wearing suits, these heavy plastic with elements of metal, and these Megazord suits back in the day. So I guess you can't really expect too much, especially in this scale. The detail from what we do get is really nice. The paint looks very good, especially the tiger mouth with a little fireball comes out. The head looks very nice, very cool, which I think is really nice. And the arms move, and I just now noticed the coin there. Both arms are pretty cool, and they don't move too well. They do. You have to actually kind of use a little force, apply a little force to get it to move, and which is nice. It stands up on its own. The good news is that the feet are flat. Interesting enough, the figure itself did not come with a stand or any accessories, but you will find your usual holes at the bottom of the feet to apply to any stands that you want to or have any spares of. So that's something to think about. It fits in your hand about that much, so pretty big in your palm. It doesn't weigh a whole lot. It's pretty much all plastic. There might be some metallic influences or something maybe in the figure, inside the figure itself, keeping it together, like a prong or something, but for the most part, it's all plastic, and looks good. It doesn't do any real bending, although you can see that. And yeah, overall, it's definitely good. It will set you back about between $22 to $25, depending on the outlet in which you buy it from, whether it be Amazon, a comic book store, or a Hasbro, or whatever. And yes, I forgot to mention this was made by Hasbro, since they seem to own the Power Rangers franchise at this point. At least, if I'm wrong, someone please correct me, but I think that's the case. And yeah, this is definitely worth your money and your time. I would recommend kind of like leaving it in a specific position, if you're going to display it or what have you, or unless you keep it in the packaging. Because you move it around too much, you move the arm and the legs too much, eventually they get a little loose and wobbly, which seems to be a common thing among most action figures. You kind of want to position it and leave it in place for a while, whatever place you think it's going to be for a while after that. So yeah, folks, I hope you like it. Definitely check it out. You can find it on Amazon or any comic book store. I guess you can pre-order, or not pre-order, but actually order this thing through them or through any other various toy outlets online that would have this kind of thing, or even from Hasbro themselves. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to drop me a line below and I'll do my best to get back to you. I would definitely recommend this, especially for the price range and what it is. Maybe it could actually be a little bit cheaper, but for the level of detail and the size, you're actually getting a lot. Because if you actually buy all of the waves and you get all of the figures, I didn't, this is the only one I've gotten so far, they will look nice on a shelf, and they will look nice to be displayed. And if you're a fan of Jason David Frank, the White Ranger, the Green Ranger, or any his iterations of characters, this is definitely something that you'll want to get. Having this or getting this was a little bit bittersweet, because as I said earlier, this is the first Power Rangers related purchase that I've gotten, or collectible that I've gotten since he passed away. So yeah, there's a little bit of somberness, but it's cool to have, and I definitely recommend it, guys. All right, so until next time, guys, take care of yourselves, and may the power protect you all.